You ever feel like your hair just, I don't know, laughs at all those fancy products you buy?
Huh? Yeah, I think we've all been there.
Well, today on the deep dive, we're looking at something that sounds technical but is actually super important: hair porosity.
hmm It's basically just how well your hair can soak up and, crucially, hold on to moisture.
Exactly. And figure out your hair's type. It can honestly be a total revelation, like finally making your routine work.
Absolutely. Avoid that product graveyard under the sink.
Right. So, our mission today is pretty simple. We want to give you some easy, practical ways to test your hair porosity yourself. At home,
No lab coats required.
definitely not.
Yeah.
Let's start with maybe the most well-known one, the water slope test.
Yeah, this one's a classic. Super easy. You just need one strand of clean hair and make sure it is clean, no leave-in conditioner, no oil, nothing.
Okay, clean hair strand, got it.
And a simple glass of water. Just room temperature is fine.
Okay,
Then you gently place that hair strand onto the surface of the water.
just lay it on top.
Yep. And then you watch it. Give it, say, 2 to 4 minutes.
2 to 4 minutes. What are we looking for during that time? What's happening?
Well, what happens tells you about the hair's cuticle layer, that's the outer layer, how open or closed it is.
Ah, okay. And that structure varies, right? Genetics, damage.
Exactly. Things like heat styling, chemical treatments, even sun exposure can affect it over time.
Hmm.
But yeah, genetics plays a big part too.
Okay, so observation time. What if? What if the hair just floats, like it hangs out on the surface for the whole 4 minutes, doesn't sink at all?
That's your classic sign of low porosity hair.
Low porosity, meaning,
The cuticle layer is really tightly packed down, very flat. It resists water trying to get in.
interesting. So it's hard for moisture to penetrate. Does that mean when it does get moisturized, it holds onto it better since it's hard to get out too?
Generally, yes. That can be the upside. It's harder for moisture to escape because those cuticles are so snug.
Okay, makes sense. What about the opposite end then? If the hair like plummets straight to the bottom almost
Yeah.
immediately?
That signals high porosity.
High, so the cuticle is.
More open, maybe raised,
Mhm.
perhaps even damaged in some areas. It lets moisture in super quickly, like a sponge.
Ah, but the downside is.
It can lose that moisture just as fast. Easy come, easy go.
Gotcha. Okay, so floating is low, sinking fast is high. What if it sort of gradually sinks, takes its time, maybe hangs out in the middle for a bit?
That's generally considered the sweet spot, medium or normal porosity.
The Goldilocks zone.
Exactly. It means the cuticle is looser than low porosity, but not as open as high. It absorbs moisture well and retains it reasonably well too. Balanced.
Okay, water test done. Clear results. What's next? Method 2 you mentioned.
The slide test. This one's even quicker. You can do it right now if you want.
Ooh, okay, how?
Just take a single strand of hair
Yeah.
between your fingers
Yep.
and slide your fingers up the strand from the tip towards your scalp.
Oh,
So against the grain, if you like.
okay, tip to root. What are we feeling for?
Pay attention to the texture if it feels, pretty smooth all the way up.
Smooth sailing.
Then that points towards low porosity again, those smooth, flat cuticles.
Right.
But if you feel little bumps, maybe some friction, or it feels kind of rough.
Like tiny ridges.
Exactly. That suggests the cuticles are more lifted, more open.
Yeah.
Which indicates higher porosity.
Huh. So it's a tactile thing. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, one more test.
The spray test. Also very straightforward.
How does this one work?
Just take a small section of your dry, clean hair
Okay.
and lightly mist it with some water from a spray bottle. Don't soak it, just mist it.
Light mist. And watch what happens.
Yep. Observe closely. If you see the water forming little beads that just sit on top of the hair.
Little water off a duck's back?
Precisely. That's a strong indicator of low porosity.
Mm.
The hair is resisting the water.
Okay. And if it vanishes instantly?
If the hair just drinks it right up, absorbs it almost immediately,
Like a sponge again.
that points to high porosity. It's readily accepting that moisture.
And medium porosity would be?
Somewhere in between. The water will absorb, but not instantly. Maybe sit there for a very short moment before soaking in. A moderate absorption rate.
Okay. 3 tests. Water float, slide, spray. Pretty accessible ways to figure this out. So let's just reiterate, why is knowing this actually helpful for our listeners? Why should they care?
Oh, it's fundamental.
Yeah.
Because it tells you what kind of products your hair actually needs and can benefit from.
Right. It's not just about buying expensive stuff.
Not at all. If you have low porosity hair, for example, really heavy creams or oils Might just sit on the surface and feel greasy because they can't penetrate those tight cuticles easily.
So you'd want lighter things.
Yeah, lighter lotions, maybe products with ingredients that are slightly alkaline to help lift the cuticle a bit, or
Yeah.
even using a bit of gentle heat with a conditioning treatment can help absorption.
And for high porosity.
High porosity hair often loves richer creams, butters, oils, things that can help fill those gaps in the cuticle and seal moisture in. It might also need protein treatments more often to patch up weaknesses, and definitely benefits from sealing layers to slow down that moisture loss.
So it dictates ingredients, product weight, maybe even how often you need to moisturize.
Absolutely. High porosity might need moisture more frequently. Low porosity might get built up easily if you overdo it. Medium porosity often has a bit more flexibility. It's really about tailoring your approach.
It's about working smarter, not harder, with your hair.
You got it. Understanding this helps you choose products that will actually penetrate and nourish or seal and protect, depending on what your hair needs.
Okay, so you've got the tools now. The water float test, the slide test, the spray test. 3 ways to get some insight.
Simple, practical methods, give them a try.
Definitely. Now, thinking ahead, we're wondering, would you find it useful if we did a future deep dive specifically on, say, the best care strategies for low porosity or for high or medium?
Yeah, like specific product types, ingredients to look for or avoid, techniques.
Exactly. Let us know if that's something you'd be interested in. We tailor these deep dives based on what you want to hear.
Because ultimately, understanding your hair, porosity included, is just the first step. The next is embracing it and giving it the specific care it needs to thrive.
Well said. It's all about understanding your unique hair and, learning to love it and rock what you've got.
Couldn't agree more.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.